Now it's my pleasure to go to our panelists. So since Controller Chiang has, so basically John will go first because he has another engagement. So let me just briefly introduce you to him. John's a good friend and actually a former boss of mine. He is the highest ranking Asian American to ever been elected to the state of California. He oversees 76 state boards and commissions, including CalPERS, which is the largest pension fund in the world. And he, as controller, his job is to serve as a fiscal watchdog on behalf of all of the state's residents and taxpayers. Throughout his career, John, both first with the Board of Equalization and now as controller, John has put a high priority on making sure that people are financially literate. That is, that they understand how their tax system works and how they can make sure that they go by the rules and don't encounter any problems. In addition, he's always been a strong voice for fiscal common sense. Without further ado, let's welcome John Chiang.
It's indeed a great pleasure to join all of you and New America Foundation. I am most pleased to share this panel with Richard, Sylvia, Mona, and Gary. Let me share why I support IRV. In this great democracy of America, it is very critical that we have encouraged and enhanced public governance and civic democracy to encourage the full participation of everybody who makes America great. Obviously, our demography, our demographics are absolutely critical if America is going to continue to elevate and compete in a global economy, which will offer even greater challenges. And at the very heart and core of these efforts requires greater participation by the residents in each of our communities. IRV will enhance our participation. At this great juncture in American history, we see the greatest division in American politics. It is not healthy. It is not constructive dialogue, oftentimes too vitriolic, too divisive, and it's time that we have an electoral system that encourages participation and that encourages better democracy and discussion and debate by the elected officials. And IRV does that by having to work through and with all the voters, working with other candidates, we will have cleaner, better elections. We can still have very healthy debate, but we can leave aside and leave behind many of the unconstructive efforts that engage in electoral politics. As the state's chief fiscal officer, it also makes great sense in terms of a cost-effective manner to have this election. We can have a healthy debate, we can have vigorous campaigns, yet we do not have to have an unending campaign. I think part of the fatigue with the American electoral system is with the runoffs, with the endless electoral cycles where people do not get time to govern and people do not get time to participate. We will have a clear definition of election, bringing significant cost savings. And that's why I am a strong proponent of IRV. I encourage your greater participation in this effort. As we've seen this effort in other jurisdictions, it has worked with very high praise and strong results, and I think it's time to bring it to our home, the City of Angels, and have IRV in the City of Los Angeles and the County of Los Angeles. Thank you very much.